What's going on, Triad Hip Hop family? It's your man Kurt with another lyrical breakdown, and this one is this is a pretty big one. This is a song from my man Cannabis. He did a joint with Cambatta, and it's a song I recently shared on our Facebook page. The song goes hard. They both kick dope verses, but today I would like to, just do the Cambatta verse. Cambatta's the new up-and-coming artist, and I think he's really making a lane for himself. He's really opening some doors and, just kicking them down. So without further ado, this is my man Cambatta. It's a pretty long verse, so I'm not going to waste too much time. Let's get right into it, and we'll come back and I'll break those lyrics down the way they mean to me and how dope it is. All right? Be right back.
We mental alchemists, manifesting, expressing it in our physical outfits.
But, Lord, on the Bible I swore solemnly, Lord watching me, born of a more progeny, source of a pure prophecy. Before Constantine traveled to Nicaea and called it a core following. Modestly, freedom before sovereignty. I don't believe in the theme of a war policy. Amistad landed the street and like 4 blocks from me. Singcase speaking and called her rhetor pompously. My phrase couplets change the way brains function. Hard metal, skin brown cause it's rain rusted. Tie ropes to your limbs, then I play puppets. Cut a hole in your stomach, then I make munchkins. I hate tongues to taste buds. If you taste my taste buds, you'll taste bud. I showed up at gunfights and gave hugs. Make them put their guns down, shoot them with the same gun. Blame drugs. Failure is the best lesson. She didn't know my name, but she kept guessing. I told her gold string makes the best threading. When I rump my still skin to flex weapons. Teflon chest vest, lungs burning, breath ganja, sweat resin, epileptic. Before the beginning I knew the best ending. Thought of the answer before the next question. Soothsayer, earth, sun, moon maker. Born instantly, mother never knew labor. Now shroom taker, Obi with the blue saber. Legend King James left out like a new Laker. Who's greater? I draw a circle on the etch a sketch. No birth defects, but I got death defects. Exhale, reach out, catch the breath. Re-inhale it back in before the second breath. Melchizedek, hope is like a god that I never met. Sleeping so hard that I resurrect. I found a treasure chest. I'ma carry as much as my hands hold, then I'm leaving you whatever's left. I rotate the earth with my feet like I'm running on the top exterior of a hamster wheel. He's the Morpheus, I'm the exile. In the simulation, we got the keys and the pills. Dr. Seuss, Dr. Zeus, jump up, grab the sun, alley-oop. Break the chain to this subconscious loop. Prophets' moms are commonly prostitutes. God's recruit, lies are the honest truth. Crabs are big spiders and lobster suits. Pen sharp when I write, cut a desk in half. My written's are better chiseled than metal slabs. Lift iron, my scepter's a magnetic staff. Long blade hidden inside like a machete has. Repentant pen and a pentagram and a pentagraph. Fresh up out the pen in the Pentagon with a weapon stash. Get it past. Sleight of hand, pen and telefast. Fast like the Pentium i9, the Della have. Heavy like appendix that Adela have. White singer, light bringer that the devil cast. Horse legs, Adamite figure, goat head attached. Born Siamese till I ate the second half like a breakfast snack. Colorblind, only see things in the 3 that my spectrum has. Green, red, and black like a Kenyan flag. Every fella Helen Keller ever met is black. I love neck so much I bought a pet giraffe. Bang arm like funny bone and then I laugh. Fist iron, beat sand out a heavy back. Right jab, tip to the left and jab. Left body uppercut, head hit the leather mat. Hopefully he wakes up after 10 seconds pass. I hit him harder than getting past a depressing pass. I throw my do-rag in the sea and trigger a 360-degree tidal wave. We are each one cell in a giant brain. Life a game, self is the boss in the final stage. Compared to the Nephilim, Yao Ming's a dwarf. King of lords with Dumbledore, the Mingledorf. Can't buy the cannabis, bring a cross. Carry it up a mountain till we exhaust. Bata.
Okay, so as you can hear, Cambatta just spits that fire. I don't know, this dude, he's like just intergalactic or something, man. This dude is just amazing with the lyrics and bars. So let's let's break down those lyrics real quick. I'm gonna go through them. You know, it's kind of long, so I just want to kind of run through them real quick and tell you how they really hit my ear a little bit. So he started off, he said, on the Bible I swore solemnly, Lord watching me, born of a Moor progeny. You know what I mean? I love that, you know what I mean? Born of a Moor progeny, you know what I mean? You got to study your history, learn more about the Moors if you don't know about them. They made a huge impact all over the world, you know what I mean? From Africa to the States to Europe and Italy and all of that. They was all over the place, man. So then he says, source of a pure prophecy, before Constantine traveled to Nicaea and courted a core following. You know what I mean? You got to really know about the Council of Nicaea. You know what I mean? That's why he said before Constantine traveled to Nicaea and courted a core following. Then he said, modestly, freedom before sovereignty. I don't believe in the theme of a war policy. You know what I mean? Amistad, land of the street and like 4 blocks from me. Cinque, speaking in God orator pompously. My phrase couplets change the way brains function. Hard metal skin, brown cause it's rain rusted. Tie ropes to your limbs, then I play puppets. Cut a hole in your stomach, then I make munchkins. You know what I mean? I love that. That's dope to me. You know what I mean? If you know anything about donuts, you know what I mean? Dunkin' Donuts, when they would sell you those little round, you know, donut holes, they called them munchkins, you know what I mean? So it's like they taking the hole out of the donut and making it munchkins. So that's why he said, cut a hole in your stomach and make munchkins. I ate tongues to taste buds. If you taste my taste buds, you'll taste bud. You know what I mean? Obviously that's a reference to the smoking weed or whatever. I showed up at gunfights and gave hugs. Make them put their guns down. Shoot them with the same gun. You know what I mean? Outsmarting these dudes. You know what I mean? Then he said, blame drugs. Failure is the best lesson. She didn't know my name, but she kept guessing. I told her gold string makes the best threading. When I rump, my steel skin deflects weapons. You know what I mean? That's a you know, play on the word Rumpelstiltskin. So he said, when I rump, my steel skin deflects weapons. Teflon chest vested, lungs burning, breathe ganja, sweat resin, epileptic. Dude is just sick with the bars, man. He said, breathe ganja, sweat resin, epileptic. Before the beginning, I knew the best ending. Thought of the answer before the next question. Soothsayer, earth, sun, moon maker, born instantly, mother never knew labor. You know what I mean? He's saying that he was born so instantaneously that his mother never knew labor pains. You know what I mean? And that's dope. You know what I mean? It's kind of making him like, you know, he's really not your normal person out of this world. You know what I mean? So I like that. And then he said, shroom taker, Obi with the blue saber. Legend, King James, left out like a new Laker. Who's greater? I draw a circle on an etch and sketch. No birth defects, but I got death defects. I mean, dude he's just dope with the lyrics, man. I mean, he says shroom taker, Obi with the blue saber. You know, that's the Star Wars reference. You know what I mean? I love that. Legend, King James, left out like a new Laker. You know what I mean? You already know, you know, LeBron James and the Lakers. Who's greater? Then he said, I draw a circle on an etch a sketch. No birth defects, but I got death defects. Exhale, reach out, catch the breath, re-inhale it back in before the second breath. Melchizedek. That's biblical right there. You gotta study the Bible to know that. He said, Melchizedek, hope is like a God that I never met, sleeping so hard that I rest erect. Yo, that's dope right there. You know what I mean? Sleeping so hard that I rest erect. Then he said, I found a treasure chest. I'ma carry as much as my hands hold, then I'm leaving you whatever's left. I rotate the earth with my feet like I'm running on the top exterior of a hamster wheel. You know what I mean? That's dope. When you picture that image, you know what I mean? You think of somebody not running in the hamster wheel, but running on top of it. So he's basically saying the earth is rotating because his legs and feet are so powerful. You know what I mean? So he said, he's the Morpheus, I'm the exile. In the simulation, we got the keys and the pills. You know what I mean? That's the rhyme for that, because he kind of made it like a longer rhyme there. You know what I mean? He kind of got a little, you know, a little scientific with the line there. So the first one was, I rotate the earth with my feet like I'm running on the top exterior of a hamster wheel. He's the Morpheus, I'm the exile. In the simulation, we got the keys and the pills. See, that's the wheel and the pills. He made that rhyme, you know what I mean, the way he said it. But I like the way he said, he's the Morpheus, I'm the exile. In the simulation, we got the keys and the pills. You know, that's a slight, not a slight, but a reference to the Matrix. He said, Dr. Seuss talked to Zeus, jump up, grab the sun, alley-oop. You know what I mean? He's making it like he's godly and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like he's a god in this game. You know what I mean? He said, Dr. Seuss talked to Zeus, meaning Zeus, the god Zeus. You know what I mean? He said, jump up, grab the sun, alley-oop, break the chain to the subconscious loop. Prophets' moms are commonly prostitutes. You know what I mean? That's biblical right there. When you think of the legend that has it that Mary Magdalene was a prostitute and she was the mother of, well, actually, she wasn't the mother of a prophet. She was Jesus's mother's sister. So, but it's a dope reference. You know what I mean? Anyway, God's recruit, lies are the honest truth. Crabs are the big spiders. Crabs are just big spiders in lobster suits. I like that's dope. Then he said, cute. Pen sharp. When I write, cut a desk in half. My writtens are better chiseled than metal slabs. He said, lift iron. My scepter's a magnetic staff. Long blade hidden inside like a machete has. You know what I mean? So when you own a machete, typically it has a long sleeve that you put the blade in. You know what I mean? You got to know that. You know, you got to own one of those, if you know what I mean. So then he said, repentant, pen a pentagram and a pentagraph. Excuse me, I can't even say that. That's a tongue twister right there. Repenting, penning a pentagram on a pantograph. Fresh up out the pen on a pentagon with a weapon stash. You know what I mean? He's saying I think I said on, but he said in the Pentagon with a weapon stash. So he basically saying like a high security level building like the Pentagon, I'm in there with the weapon stash. You know what I mean? Meaning I got through security and they don't even realize I got a weapon on me. So then he said, get it past, sleight of hand, pen and telefast, fast like the Pentium i9 that Della have. I like that. He said, sleight of hand, Penn and Teller fast. Penn and Teller, the magicians, you know, they do a lot of sleight of hand tricks where you can't even see what they're doing. And then he said, fast like the Pentium i9 like Dell will have, meaning Dell, the computer company. And then he said, heavy like the appendix that Adele will have. You know what I mean? And the singer Adele, you know, remember, because she used to be pretty hefty out there. So she lost weight now, good for her. Then he said, white singer, light bringer, let the devil cast, horse legs, Adamite figure, goat head attached, born Siamese till I ate the second half like a breakfast snack, colorblind, only see things in the 3 that my spectrum has. You know what I mean? I like that reference. You know what I mean? He said, colorblind, only see things in the 3 that my spectrum has, meaning he's saying his spectrum only has 3 colors in it. You know what I mean? So those are the only colors he see. And then he said, green, red, and black like the Kenyan flag. You know what I mean? Which is dope. He telling you those are the only 3 colors he sees. So he letting you know also that he's pro-black. You know what I mean? Every fella Helen Keller ever met is black. I love necks so much I bought a pet giraffe. Bang him like a funny bone. Excuse me. Bang on like a funny bone. And then I laugh. Fist iron beat sand out of heavy bag. Right jab, tilt to the left and jab, left body uppercut, head hit the leather mat. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling, my fault, y'all, but his wordplay is so dope, it's hard to get it. You could tell he put a lot into this. So let me read that again. Right jab, tilt to the left and jab, left body uppercut, hit the leather mat. Hopefully he wakes up after 10 seconds pass. I hit him harder than getting past the depressing past. He said, I hit him harder than getting past a depressing past. You have depression in your past, it's hard to get past that shit, man. That's tough. So he said, I throw my do-rag in the sea and trigger a 360-degree tidal wave. That's dope right there. You know what I mean? Your do-rag is what helps you get the waves on top of your head. So, a lot of white folks don't really know that because they don't really have the type of hair that we have. So be it. But, you trying to get them 360 waves in your head. You know what I mean? So that's why he said, I throw my do-rag in the sea and it triggers a 360-degree tidal wave. You know what I mean? He said, we are each one cell in a giant brain. Life a game. Self is the boss in the final stage. I love that right there. You know what I mean? Life is a game. Self is the boss in the final stage. You know what I mean? And meaning the hardest final boss or hardest fight you're going to have in life is your own self. You know what I mean? He said, compared to the Nephilim, Yao Ming's a dwarf. King of the lords with a double door to Mingledorf. Cambatta cannabis bring across. Carry it up a mountain till we exhaust. Man, listen. I mean, my man just put it down with his wordplay is spot on. His metaphors is spot on. I mean, he gets a 10 for this verse right here, man. I can't give him nothing less than that. So, anything you can find by Cambatta, please go check it out. My man is dope. He been out for a couple of years now, but I first heard of him, I believe it was in 2019. Yeah, 2019. But, he's got some dope stuff out there, and he's starting to rise up in the hip hop game, doing songs with people like Cannabis. I think the first song I heard from him was, matter of fact, it was in 2020, my fault. Yeah, 2020, he did the he did a COVID-19 joint. It's called COVID-24. And it's like this metaphoric, where he mixes metaphors about COVID-19, but the 24 is significant to Kobe Bryant. So that's why he called it COVID-24. It's dope. You got to go check it out. And I think he spelled COVID with a K. So go check that out, Cambatta. I meant to do a breakdown of that, but that song was heavy, man. He put a lot into that. So I was like, I don't even know if I could do a full breakdown on this one. But anyway, that's my little breakdown for the day. Hope y'all liked it. Check out anything from Cambatta. Check out my man Cannabis. He's a legend in the game. Been doing it for years now. You know what I mean? He went up against my man LL. Almost had LL, man. You know what I mean? He gave LL a run for his money back in the day. And ain't too many people who could roll with LL like that. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's my rant for the day. This is your man Kurt from Triad Hip Hop Podcast. I'll see y'all on the next breakdown, all right? Peace.